What is up, everyone? Welcome back, and we are back in Broncos franchise. This is going to be the preseason highlights, and before that, we traded a 4th round pick coming up for Quincy Wilson. We needed some more depth at cornerback, and I'm hoping that this helps with that. But this is going to be the edited preseason, I guess. I wanted to kind of cut it down for the most part, so the games aren't going to be super long, but we'll go through all 4 of them today. And here's the first one against the Chicago Bears. I really wanted to go into the preseason just not worrying about if we win or lose, just seeing how many big plays we can get. I think I spent the most time in this game due to the fact that I just wanted to see how we played against this defense. I mean, it's the best defense in the league, probably, so. But hopefully we can get there soon. So here's Drew Lock in the shotgun, and a good throw to Geronimo Allison, who was a free agent pickup from Green Bay. Drew Lock again in the shotgun and gets sacked by Klomack. He comes screaming off the edge. I hope with the signing of DeMar Dotson, it helps our pass blocking. And Deshaun Hamilton again with a nice catch. Drew Lock rolled out right a little bit and kind of stepped up in the pocket for that. And the biggest thing last year that I was what I really was worried about is our run defense. Really didn't. There's a good stop there by 22 Kareem Jackson, I believe. We really didn't stop the run very well at all. So there's a nice throw from Trubisky to Allen Robinson there. Our pass defense wasn't great either. And here's Josie Jewell behind the line. A very, very nice run play there, or run defense play. And Phillip Lindsay up the middle for 10. That was done pretty well there. And Noah Fant there, coming back from injury in his first game, 16 yards. So this is a Coast commentary. I didn't record and record. Oh my God, can't talk today. But I didn't record and play at the same time. I wanted to just kind of play it through them. So I apologize if it's a little different, if it's a little weird, but the first week will be live recorded as well. Right. Nick Mullins here, the backup finally in. And Reggie Dunbar, our free agent rookie, I think. No, actually, I think it was a 5th round pick. He has hidden development, so I kind of want to give him. I gave him a good amount of touches this preseason, and he turned out to be pretty good. But Nick Mullins, our backup quarterback, to our backup tight end, Ricky Seals-Jones, who's taken over that spot from Jeff Hireman. So Nick Mullins is a quarterback there, as Emmanuel Hall goes up the middle of the field there, runs for about 15 after the catch. 10 after the catch. That was close. But Nick Mullins, backup quarterback, I think he'll be pretty good for the next year if anything were to happen to Drew Lock like it did last year. I think Nick Mullins is definitely better than Joe Flacco as well. He's a little faster. Not as fast as Drew Lock, though, who's really deceptively fast. As here's Trent Sherfield up the middle on the slant route from the 8-yard line, takes it all the way to about the 37. So that was a very good running catch for him there. Off of play action, Nick Mullins, he kind of risky throw, but London George, a free agent rookie, he's like 59 overall. A speed slot receiver. That was a good catch there. Good route ran by him. As Dunbar breaks the tackle here, up about the left side of the field for about 10 there. McMullins pump fakes and throws the ball to London George yet again and goes up and out of bounds at the 12-yard line. A couple plays later, 4th and 1, I pretty much wanted to, as that's a touchdown to Ricky Seals-Jones, I pretty much went for every 4th down. that was available, I guess, that we were in. I just wanted to see what our team could do. That's blown coverage there on the defense. This first game shows a good amount of defensive highlights. I think the rest of the games, we got blown out really bad in one of them, and it just, as this is Taylor Heineke, I think, who runs up the middle, just gashes our defense there. But I wanted to focus mainly on offense, because defense definitely was better than offense last year. I think our only standout on offense was Noah Fant and Cortland Sutton. But with defense, we definitely had, Bradley Chubb had 9 sacks, Robert Condici had 8, Josie Jewell had, 5 sacks, 7 picks. Von Miller had 26 sacks. Dedrick Thompson played pretty well. We definitely, I think, had more standout players on defense. And that was a good run stop there by Mann, her 2nd round pick, who I felt like we shouldn't have picked, but we did. And that's actually DeMarcus Walker. Gets the sack there. 4th down and goal. They're going for it, so we'll see if we can stop them. And unfortunately, we do actually. Pass deflect there by Joseph Jones and Mackenzie Alexander. Couldn't think of his name for a second. Mullins throws. George again in traffic there. Good catch there by Lyndon George. He's about 5'10", like 170. It's Reggie Dunbar up the left side of the field. Breaks a tackle, almost gets free, and is taken down at about midfield. We flop the defense now, and we're kind of looking at a shotgun formation here for Chicago. Heineke throws it, and that's intercepted by Barker, our 5th or 6th cornerback, a depth chart. I think he might have been undrafted. I can't remember. But another 4th down. We go London George again, who's played pretty well in this game. We've had some good standout rookies, which I am happy about. So throw to the back of the end zone. Ricky Seals-Jones. That's a touchdown, and it's 24-10. Man there with a good tackle. Should have probably broken it up, but let's see if we can keep him out of the end zone. And we do sack there by Justin. Nope, Tyus Bowser, that's who it is. So we had Kareem Jackson on the trade block, and I wanted to trade him away. So we trade him away to the Giants for a 2nd round pick and a 5th. And then we trade Juwan James to the Bengals for a 2nd next year, of 6th and a 7th, I believe. The stocking picks up for him. Those are 2 players that weren't starters anymore. And Miles Jack with the pick here. Takes it all the way to the end zone. But Kareem Jackson was older, so we got not a whole lot of value, but we got some. But Juwan James is potentially a starting caliber tackle, depending on the team. But we had DeMar Dotson to replace him, even if it's only for a year, as our coverage there has not been good. We struggled a little bit in preseason, but I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. Hopefully it's not much of a problem. Drew Lock with a nice floater to Noah Fant. 10 yards for the conversion on 4th down. I think I went for almost every 4th down play. Cortland Sutton there picking back up where he left off. Threw the fumble there, but it was overturned. Good throw to Deshaun Hamilton over the defender, and he dropped it though. He did have a lot of drops last year. I think he was the Cortland Sutton, 23 yards there. A nice throw by Drew Lock. But Deshaun Hamilton, I think, had the most drops. Him or Noah Fant. I can't remember. Drew Lock runs into the end zone. You can't forget how fast Drew Lock is. He's actually 83 speed. He's pretty fast. It's Baker Mayfield run. I believe that's Nick Chubb. Yep. I'm glad that our defense, for the most part, in the preseason played well against the run. That was our biggest problem last year. Here's Von Miller sacking Baker Mayfield. But our pass defense was a little better. But I'm glad our run defense was much better this year. as that should have been intercepted by Tedrick Thompson. Bad throw by Baker Mayfield. And here's Royce Freeman, 1st and 10. Can't break the tackle, but a 20-yard rush there by him. He didn't get a whole lot of playing time, neither did Phillip Lindsay. I didn't want to injure those two. Cortland Sutton didn't play a whole lot either. Noah Fant didn't really either. Von Miller didn't play a whole lot. I didn't want to risk any kind of big injuries for anyone. And I wanted to get a bunch of rookies. Like William Holloway there. Good penetration to get to the running back. I wanted him to play a lot of games. And I didn't want to risk any big injuries. Drew Lock played the first quarter in every game, I think, except the 4th game, the final game. Other than that, I think most of the starters were rested. Here's Von Miller again, a strip sack on Baker Mayfield. And Nick Mullins in the game, and he throws a very risky ball that should have been probably just jumped in a pick 6 at that point. So yeah, we're on our own 34, 4th and 10. I go for it. I wasn't worried about its exhibition matches that don't count anyway, but it's a quick throw to Cam Phelps and gets the first down, and another 4th down here. 4th down and 7. Nick Mullins in the shotgun. Rolls out right. Throws it. Emmanuel Hall makes the catch down at the 26. Emmanuel Hall came on strong, I think, at the end of last year. I was happy for him. And a good throw. Actually, a little overthrown, but good catch by Juwan Winfrey, who's had a pretty good preseason so far. Going into the next game, we have upgrades. Cortland Sutton, I think I went route runner for this one. I wanted to work on his route running a little bit more. Yep, and I think we actually get a speed upgrade, which is kind of nice. 6'4", 90 speed. He has 90 spectacular catch and 88 catch in traffic, so one more overall point and he'll have a superstar ability. Trent Sherfield here. I think we went route runner as well. Yeah, we went route runner as well. And we got a speed upgrade for him too, who's at 92 speed now. At 6'1", which is pretty nice. So he had a really good preseason. Steve Ishmael, I think we just went deep threat. I didn't expect him to make the team, which I don't think he did, but he's just okay. And Javier Evans, we went zone, I believe. Rookie, strong safety, hidden development. I think he was a late round pick. No overall boost, but I think his zone goes up by 3. So 64 zone isn't the greatest, but it'll do. So we trade TJ Logan to the Philadelphia Eagles for a 2nd round pick. I think with the emergence of Reggie Dunbar, who's been pretty good in the preseason. I think with the emergence of him, Von Miller with the sack, but with the emergence of him, he can replace TJ Logan for the most part. Both have at least a better development trait than normal. Bradley Chubb with the sack there. So I think Dunbar will be just the better back overall, at least for the long term as well. And we have him on a 4-year deal instead of TJ Logan being on a 2-year deal, or it expires at the end of this year. I'm not entirely sure. But now it's the Eagles' problem there. Marquise Goodwin, he had a lot of trouble with the tight ends last year as well. And I think we've had trouble trying to block them in this, not this game, maybe it was this game, but our penetration on defense, especially blitzing, has been pretty good. But I know Travis Kelce just tore us apart. But yeah, 4th and 2 on our 32-yard line. So run by Drew Lock. He slides down. Almost looked like he was going to try to take on contact, but he didn't. Yeah, he's deceptively fast. you don't expect him to be, I don't know, he just doesn't look like he'd be as fast as he is. Philip Lindsay here, a good run, tries to juke out the safety. 12 yards, I believe, on that one. We really didn't run the ball very well against the starters, at least. Our offensive line still needs a lot of work. Because DeMar Dotson is not a, that's a very good throw there. Drew Lock just put that perfect right over the defender for just Deshaun Hamilton. But our offensive line, Dwan James replacement now, DeMar Dotson isn't a long-term solution, and he's not very good at run blocking. He's a very good pass blocker, but not a good run blocker. He's still better than Juwan James. I don't think Juwan James may be a 78 overall, but he played like a 71 overall. And I think even some of the 71 overalls that we drafted were probably better than him. But Cody White here helps there. Putting him at center I think is a good option. With Ron Leary, who again isn't a long-term option because he is 30 actually. Dalton Reisner, who didn't play particularly well, but hopefully with a better center. And Cody White here, I think hopefully he'll play better. And then Garrett Bowles didn't play good at all either. So we do have a lot of work there to do. Receiving group for the most part, we'll have to see how they play this year. But Cortland Sutton is, of course, amazing. Deshaun Hamilton had drop problems, but he did shine a whole lot. He had very good moments. And here's Deshaun Hamilton again. I think this is the longest time people played, our starters at least. But yeah, just the penetration by the defense there. Gave up that sack, and there's not a whole lot we could have done there, and that's taken the game to, I think, 20-0 now at this point. I think it was 40-10. This was just kind of a snoozer of a game for us. We couldn't get really a whole lot going in offense. The short throws or anything. No one was really getting open. Cortland Sutton here. Good catch for 16 yards on the slant route. Right over Richard Sherman. Phillips Dorsett is going to be our slot receiver going into next year. And I think hopefully, I'm hoping at least, that he does really, really well. Thrown and caught by London George. It was just thrown up. And he catches it off the deflection of two different hands there by two different players. Yeah, it's 34-7 into the fourth quarter. I'm just trying to get anything going, and that's a good throw to Trent Sherfield. Good catch by him as well. 17-yard touchdown to Trent Sherfield. It was probably our best receiver in the preseason game. Back of the corner of the end zone, London George, his second of the game, and he also played very well. And in our final game against the Jaguars, we'll see how this one goes. So I don't think any starters. I think I had Noah Fant, and that was a very bad throw. Ronnie Harrison picked that one up. I think I had Noah Fant starting just due to the fact that I forgot to take him out of the Geronimo with a very big hit. Jake Ryan hit him, but I think I had Noah Fant, but I think that's it. London George there. Good catch on the slant, about 17 yards. I formation here. Noah Fant still in the game. I don't know when I change him out. But good blocks, and Dunbar tries to get the first down, but he can't really make it very far. And here's a good play I like by Mike Knight. He breaks through the offensive line. He had some help by for the safety in the end zone, but Mike Knight blew that play up amazingly. Nick Mullins kind of steps left here and finds Ricky Seals-Jones. He had some good moments as well, Ricky Seals-Jones did. As Gardner Minshew tries to roll out, and Justin Hollins, finally, I'm trying to call his name earlier, but gets a sack. And here's our quarterback, Luke Rathman. I believe he was an undrafted free agent. he has some speed to him too. You can see him slice right up the middle of the fence, go for about 19 yards there, I think. And a screenplay for Reggie Dunbar. Good amount of blocks. Gets to the outside. And can't make it in the end zone. Tackled at the 1 yard line. But we finish it off with a touchdown to Jason Kroom, the third string tight end. We get the ball back, and I think I just wanted to really kind of... We could have just kneeled it, but I just wanted to get some more snaps for other players. So here's the stats. Nick Mullins, 5 for 5 for touchdowns and interceptions. Drew Lock did not have a good year or a good preseason. Luke Rethman did. I wasn't worried about Drew Lock due to the fact that I just kind of threw the ball up a lot with him. Reggie Dunbar was our leading rusher, 3.4 yards a carry, which isn't good, but we gave him a lot of carries. London George, 12 receptions, 78 yards, was really good. Sherfield was good as well. The rest of the receivers. Dunbar actually helps Reggie Dunbar, 13 catches, 139 yards in the receiving game. So Quincy Wilson was our leading tackler. At least combined tackles. I think Mike Knight was the leading solo tackler. Von Miller with 4 sacks. Justin Holland with 3. Ty Spauser with 2. Bradley Chubb with 1. Joseph Jones with 1. And DeMarcus Walker with 1. We had 2 picks for Miles Jack. 1 for Dante Barker. 1 for... I forgot who the last one was. But kick return, a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Punt return. So we put Stephen Dunbar and Steve Ishmael on the practice squad. And we cut Geronimo Allison here. I like Trent Sherfield a little better and Jawan Winfrey better, so they played better too. We throw Cam Phelps and Brody Bach on the the practice squad, and we also put Austin Schlotman on the practice squad, I think. Yep, we put him on the practice squad here. Right end, I think we cut Miguel Aragon, and then we cut Joseph Jones, Jaden Ricks, and Brendan Jenkins here as well. Steven Sutherland also got cut. And then for the last one that we had to do, Dwight Mann got cut as well. Royce Freeman had an upgrade point, and we go power back. I was thinking about going elusive back, but I just went power back. Might as well keep him at what he is good at. Dalton Reisner, I think we went just power. Probably should have went finesse, but 75 overall for him now. Run block, plower, pass block. He's okay. He's not the greatest. Andrell Beckham. For him, I was potentially thinking about moving him to linebacker because he has 84 speed. He has good height, 6'1", and then like 220 pounds. So he could potentially play linebacker. But he needs to develop a little more. We start off the season. Our goal is 7 wins, but we start off season against the Colts. Here's our starting offense. Drew Lock, Phillip Lindsay, Dimitri Flowers at fullback, Cortland Sutton, Deshaun Hamilton, Sherfield, Emmanuel Hall, all for the starting 4 for the wide receivers. Noah Fant, then Garrett Bowles, Dalton Reisner, Cody Whitehair, Ron Larry, and then DeMar Dodson for that. Nazir Jones will be the starting left end. Robert Kimdichie, the starting right end. William Holloway, the DT. Von Miller, outside linebacker. Then Miles Jack and Josie Jewell for the starting middle linebackers. Then Bradley Chubb for the starting other outside linebacker spot. Chris Harris, and then Tedrick Thompson. Haha Clinton Dix are the starting for the secondary. Of course, Brandon McManus, and then Colby Wadman for the special teams. Kick returner and punt returner, London George. Long snapper, Cody Whitehair. Third down back is going to be Phillip Lindsay. Power back, Royce Freeman. Phillip Lindsay for the slot. Rush left end, Von Miller. Rush right end, Bradley Chubb. And then rush DT, William Holloway. Miles Jack will be the sub linebacker instead of Josie Jewell this year, and then Bryce Callahan will play the slot or the nickel. Here's our practice squad. And yeah, that'll be it. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.